What up, YouTube? How you doing? I haven't done a standalone video for a while. Give me a sec. There we go. Yeah, we're in April at the minute. I just sort of talk about like how terrible April's been. For me, for the past the first half of April, and not just sales. Sales have been a bit slow, kind of expected it. But I've just had a lot of shitey things go wrong when it comes to eBay. Um, it's four like major things that have gone wrong during the last. It's been the last week, really. Just shite. I've got one of them, I think, sorted now. Hopefully, I think it's going to be sorted. But the rest of them have just been a bit of a pain. But the first one, I've been having like quite a few neutral feedbacks lately for like just stupid crap. I'm kind of getting past it now. I think at the time, I don't know what. I think it's because I haven't had a lot of neutral feedbacks and negatives over the time that I've been doing eBay. I'm the man. But I haven't had a lot of neutrals and negatives during my time. Maybe at the top of like negatives, there's been maybe 2 or 3 in a year. Neutrals, the same type of thing. But yeah, say this year, I think since the start of this year, I think I've had about 6 neutrals, and just for random stuff. But I am just after talking to other resellers, I am starting to just kind of come to terms with I need to kind of ignore them because some of them are just petty. I've had 4 in the last. I think it's in April, so I've had 4 in April. I'll go through them. I think I'd probably. I'm trying to think what they are now. There was 2 with sizing, and there was one. There was one with the size of a vase. What was the other one? It was a late delivery. So I had one where there was like a little vase. I'll take that one. I didn't put measurements of the vase on the listing. Normally, with everything, I do. Sometimes I'll have to slow down sometimes because sometimes I do rush through trying to get listings done. And I didn't upload a photo. It was only like, it was one of these little, if you've been watching, I've been trying to pick up 15 things, and I picked up like bric-a-brac things that might have like a stamp on or something that I can easily research. This one, I'd listed it and not put a photo of it next to a tape measure. They ended up getting it. It was like $3.99, so it's something I paid £1 for or less. It was on for $3.99. They've paid maybe $3.99, maybe £3.49. They've paid for it, and they left the neutral feedback saying expected a bigger vase. I got in touch with eBay to see if they remove it, but it's pointless now when it comes to. I've learnt now with neutral feedbacks, eBay are not interested in removing neutral feedbacks. Maybe if there's like false wording in it, they'll adjust it. When it comes to neutrals, they're not going to remove them. So I'll take that one. I didn't put a measurement on there, even though it's a $3.99 vase. I don't know. It was like a jug vase type of thing, about that big. I don't know if they were expecting something that big. I don't know. So that was one. I'll take that one. Then there was one where something went missing in the post. I gave them a full refund, and they've probably still ended up with the cardigan. It just got lost in raw mail, so I will take that. But at the same time, there's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do. I got in touch with the person and just said, look, I'm sorry. It's got lost in raw mail. There's nothing I can do about it. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? Here's your full refund. You most likely will end up with a cardigan because it hasn't come back to me, unless it's just completely lost somewhere out there in Royal Mail. But they've most likely got the cardigan. They opened a not received claim the second. I think it was literally the day. It was like midnight. on the day that they could put the claim through, and they sent the claim through, and then I had so many days to sort it out, and I sent a refund through. So that was another one, and then there was another two where it was like some hotter shoes, some size 3 hotter shoes, and they said they were a bit tight fitting, and then a top where it was like a size 10, and they said tight fitting. So what can I do? I think I replied to one of them, and then they adjusted it, saying, yeah, my fault, I got the wrong size shoe, but eBay still wouldn't remove the feedback. So it was like, they just went, oh yeah. I said to them, I wasn't RC, but I just said to them, what could I have done to not get a neutral feedback? Just don't leave feedback. You know what I mean? Just don't leave your feedback. But there's nothing I could have possibly done to improve the situation. You've ordered a size 3 shoe. I've sent you a size 3 shoe. It's not my problem that you worked out when you got the shoe that you're not a size 3. But whatever. And then another one again where they ordered a size 10. They got a size 10. There's measurements of the top all over the description. And they just said it was tight fitting. So I'm just getting to a point with the neutrals now where, unless it's something really bad, I'm just kind of ignoring them. Because some of it is just people who you leave Yelp reviews on freaking, restaurants, because then they just like to leave reviews. So that was one of them. I'm trying to think. I've had a couple of returns lately. Two big returns. I had that video it's got to be uploaded. I had in the top 10 that I had, the last top 10 that I did. I think I did a video saying my biggest sale going out, and I said I was expecting it being returned. It has been returned, which was a Reselling soft leather jacket. I thought it was going to be returned because of the state that it was in. It wasn't in the greatest. It was all right. I think you kind of expect it with these soft leather jackets. It's kind of like some fading in certain places, but it was still a nice jacket. I had it listed for 110 quid, and it was a Reese. They returned it because they said the arm was too small by 2 inches. I'd put that it was a 24-inch arm, and it was 26, so they returned it. Whatever. And then another, I think it was McGee Donnell tweed jacket. So I think it was an £80 return, and then 40, or I think it was 40. I think it was about 130 quid I had to return in cash. Obviously, I've got the stuff back, but it's still a pain, especially when sales are slow. So, sales are slow at the minute because of April, and then I've had 100, I think it was 130, something like that, returns. So yeah, that was pants. So with the neutrals, and then this. And then I was checking my overview one day, and it predicted that I was going to drop from a top rated to an above standard on my seller level review. So I've kind of panicked, and then I looked, and I've gone over 3% on late deliveries. And there's no excuse for this. It's my fault. Completely my fault. I'd also had defects. There was a problem with the defects, but that didn't knock it. There was an issue with me. I think I cancelled a couple of orders. And then there was one where I let eBay step in on a missing parcel. I've learned now to not let eBay step in, because the second you let eBay step in, you get a mark on your account. So, as a bit of advice, if there's anything where somebody says there's a parcel missing, sort it before eBay step in, because it's a knock on you. And then there was another two where I cancelled orders, but I'm kind of learning how to maybe get around that. But I cancelled orders with stuff going missing. There was a badge, which I couldn't find anywhere. And I think there was a bit of clothing There was a bit of clothing where it was like an old Tommy Hilfiger blazer, I think, and the measurements were all over the place. I don't know what I'd done. I have no clue what I'd done when I listed it, but it had been listed for ages, and then it sold. And then when I got it, I was like, I'd advertise it as an XS, and then when I got it, I looked at it and I was like, this is way bigger than that XS. And then I measured it. It didn't have a size. I just everything I'd done with this order, I don't know what I'd done. So yeah, my balls on. But there was like so that went as a defect because I ended up having to cancel the order on the people. So that went as a defect. But then the late deliveries, I think it gone to 3.4, and it just shot up from like 1% up to 3.4. I've been naughty. I'll be honest. I've been naughty. What I've been doing is say Fridays, I don't want to go to the post office. If I've got under 5 parcels, I send them first class on a Monday. But I wasn't marking them as dispatched. I was just letting them go overdue. So when this happened, where I saw my seller levels going down, I got in touch with somebody on the UK business page on Facebook to try and ask them how I can sort this out, how I can get back to top rated. And she kind of showed me. She went onto my account. She showed me what had happened. And basically what happened, when we went away, some had gone overdue. And I had uploaded all the tracking. So there's 50 odd parcels, and I uploaded all the tracking for those 50 odd parcels. And there was 4 that was overdue. And what she basically showed me is when you don't get a knock on, so if something's late and you've sent it within the time that you're meant to send it, you're fine. You don't get a knock. But if it's overdue and you then send it and you put the tracking information in and it's delivered late, you then get a knock. So even though I think it was one day, I was meant to send them on the Friday, I sent them on the Monday. I sent them first class as well on the Monday. It's not like I'm going to send them on the same, service. The way I always saw it was, well, if I'm sending it second class on Friday, there's no problem in me sending it first class on Monday. That's the way I always saw it. But because it goes overdue, and then I send it first class, and then there's still delays. Because I've had a lot of delays with Royal Mail lately. I don't know if anybody else has. With stuff like just not getting there on time. But because it said overdue, I then marked it as dispatched while overdue, and then I added the tracking. It had a knock on my account. And because I uploaded so much tracking on that one day, and I had 5 parcels that I think were overdue. And what are the chances of something happening during that weekend with Royal Mail, obviously? And those, I think it was 3 or 4 of those 5 parcels ended up not getting delivered on the date that they should have got delivered. So my percentage ended up going up. So yeah, I've gone to above standard, but by the looks of it, I think, I'm not sure what the date is, but I think it might be, I think it's the 19th. I've checked today, and it's now saying it's not going to be above standard, that I'm going back to top rated. So I don't know if the person who I spoke to has adjusted something, maybe, or it's just the percentage just kind of corrected itself over. Maybe there was other ones that have now fell off. I don't know. But yeah, it's just been a stressful first half of April, with the returns, the neutrals, 4 neutrals in a month. The potential, because I still don't know, it might still put me as above standard come the 20th. Um, but yeah, it's just been a lot. And I know, like with the neutrals now, I'm kind of, I think so much shit has happened that now with the neutrals, I'm like, meh. Just, oh man, it's just been a shite first half of the month. But yeah, hopefully it picks up. I don't know about sales. Sales are a bit slow at the minute. Hopefully it picks up towards the end of April or second half of this month now. But we'll see. But it has been a terrible first half of the month. Maybe they're not. It's not. I think my with my eBay, it just kind of goes smoothly all the time, and then all of a sudden everything happens at once. I think I've had actually no. I'm saying I've got another return that's coming back, but it's like for nothing. It's like a £10 top, so it's like 3 returns in a month. I don't get that many returns for saying I'm a clothing seller. I don't get that many returns. You're talking about one every couple of months. I've now had 3, and £130 worth of returns. So yeah, it's just been pants, been proper pants. But yeah, hopefully it picks up. I'm not trying to get down about it. I just thought I'd, let you all know. If you're having a bad time out there with your eBay, it's happening to all of us. But anyway, for now, thank you very much for watching and me ranting. Peace out, stay safe, stay beautiful, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.